Welcome to our EIC ACCESS Plus info session webinar. I'm thrilled to have you all here. My name is Cristina Chumacero and I will be the moderator for this event. I'm happy now to share the agenda that we will have. So we will focus on the EIC BAS and EIC Ecosystem Partnerships program. And we would like to focus a bit on how to best select the right service provider. We will also present the EIC ACCESS Plus and how to apply for it. And lastly, we would like to introduce you some EIC partners that have already cooperated with EIC companies and that you might also want to meet. And they will be very happy to support you in your growth. Before we start, I want you to share on the chat conversation who you are, what is your the name of your company, your industry, if you have a main challenge that you want to you are looking for an EIC partner on this field in any of the mentioned fields. I guess this is also opportunity to meet with other potential EIC partners. I will share here the slide so you can connect. So now, before we start, I would like to give the floor to Gisela Santos, Project Advisor at European Innovation Council. Please, Gisela.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you hear me. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but the camera, I do not manage to put it on. But so just very few words to welcome you to this info session. I'm working here in the European Innovation Council in the Business Acceleration Services, and we have put forward this program that brings together our EIC beneficiaries and the best that we have in our innovation ecosystem, all the organizations and partners that we have that can provide services to our beneficiaries that we in the European Innovation Council would not be able to do so. So we are very proud of our teams, EURA team that is responsible for the service catalog, and you will hear from them, and also from our team of Access Plus that has since November has been managing the co-financing of this program, meaning that all our beneficiaries will be able now to benefit from a 50% co-financement in the services that they choose from our partners. So this has been a very important step forward for us, this co-financing aspect of the Ecosystem Partnerships Program. And we really hope that our beneficiaries can take the maximum benefit of it, and that it will help also our EIC partners enhance their offers and also bring the best that they have to meet the needs of our EIC awardees. So I will leave now the two teams, EURA and the teams of Access Plus, to interact with all of you present in this info session and to explain to you what exactly we are trying to achieve. And please do ask all the questions and details that you need so that it can be further developed, this partnership between beneficiaries and partners in the best way possible. So thank you for your availability to be in the info session, and thank you once again to all those that made this info session possible today. From my side, it will be all, and I remain available for the question and answer part at the end of the info session. Thank you.
Thank you,
Back
Gisela.
to you, Cristina.
So we will ask all the questions on the Q&A section. As mentioned on the chat box, feel free to introduce yourself and highlight your need. You might meet the relevant partner here. So now I would like to give the floor to Theodora Aibu, who can give us an introduction on the EIC Ecosystem Partnerships Program and the EIC Service Catalogue. So especially we want to focus on how to best select how to find the EIC partner. So please, Teodora, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Christina. So I will start sharing my screen. So good afternoon to all our participants. And as presented, my name is Teodora Aibo, and I am a member of the Partnership Program team. And I will give you an overview of the EIC Ecosystem Partnership Program and also the Service Catalogue, and we'll have a short demo at the end. First, to start off with the program itself. So it is a 4-year initiative that was launched by the EIC in 2021. And now we are on the final year of this contract, but the intention is for the program to be continued beyond 2025. And this program has 2 objectives. So the primary objective is to facilitate access of, let's say, niche-specific or specialized business acceleration services for EIC awardees, and these would be provided by ecosystem actors, so not only from Europe but beyond as well. And the second objective is to create a collaborative environment where partnerships between the ecosystem actors that are members of this program or this partnership and the EIC can be created. The core aim or goal of our program is, first of all, to help EIC awardees. So these will be EIC beneficiaries and Seal of Excellence holders. And that is to get a wide range of tested and tried business acceleration services that are complementary to what is already provided by the EIC BAS offers. And this would be provided by EIC partners who are either niche specific or sector specific, and all of this will be done through the catalog, which will be a one-stop shop basically for service provision and promotion, and also availability of partners or communication with partners. When we onboarded the partners and when we check the services before they are published on the catalog, what we look at is the excellence and impact of the services. So we see whether they are well reputed, whether they have been tried in the environment, so in the ecosystem already. We also look at the alignment with the needs of EIC beneficiaries. So we did an analysis report at the beginning of the program on the needs of beneficiaries, and we try to see whether what the services are providing would be fulfilling the needs that were discovered. And then finally, we look at the complementarity of the services as new ones come in. First of all, with the BAS services that are already provided by the EIC, and secondly, with the services that are already on the EIC Service Catalogue to avoid redundancy. In terms of partners, we have a huge diversity of them. So we have accelerators and incubators, venture builders, public organizations, cluster organizations, universities, research institutions, and most of all, we have business angels, investors, and venture capitalists. So going to a quick overview of the service catalog. So it's an open access online catalog. We have now around 180 organizations, so EIC partners, and we have over 400 services. It is exclusively for EIC beneficiaries and Seal of Excellence holders. And during the application process, we have a step where we need to verify this with the EIC, so either project officers or other officers who are helping us. Other than the services and the partners on the catalog, you will also find a lot of relevant information. So on the FAQs, we have a guidebook that will take you through on how to navigate the catalog and also how to apply for co-financing. We also have introductory videos or videos to help you see how you can apply for services. We also have access point, let's say, not the main landing pages, but access point to the 11 EIC BAS acceleration services that exist. And I think there will be more of these now added in the coming future. We also have 53 IP due diligence experts and also a link to the EIC ACCESS Plus platform. In terms of services, so you will find the full listing of partners and the full listing of the services on the catalog. Of course, these are updated very regularly as some partners come and go and some services are outdated, so they have to be replaced or changed. But in terms of services, what you will find and what is very relevant for you to know is that each service has a dedicated landing page, and on that landing page you will find the service title, the partner, the location, a service ID, and this is very important for you to pay attention to it because the service ID will be helpful to EIC ACCESS Plus for them to identify which service you are looking at. This landing page will also have financial requirements or any other let's say disclaimers that the partner wants to disclose beforehand. We also have what we call the help desk. It's a button with a form that you can fill out, and it will this will be for you to communicate with the EIC partner, and they will be able to reply to you by email. The catalog is openly promoted, so as it is open access through events, so BAS events, other synergy events, newsletters, so we have dedicated highlights and we'll talk about them in a bit. And we also use social media, and the partners do also promote the services themselves. In terms of typology of services, we have what we call the standalone services. So these are short-term services, workshops, coaching sessions, training sessions, events. And then we have what we call individualized services. These are more customized or specific to the needs of the beneficiaries. So these would constitute access to laboratory, to due diligence, to test beds, and so on. And then we have full-blown program cohort services. So these are acceleration, venture building services into which the applicants will be plugged into. In terms of financial requirements, we also have a huge diversity. Some services have full prices, reduced prices, some are free of charge. So it's very important for you to take note of what type of financial requirements are stipulated for each service before you contact EIC ACCESS Plus or you apply for co-financing. In terms of categories, so we have categorized the services to make it easy for beneficiaries to find what they are looking for into 11 categories, and each service would fall under one of these categories. So it will be helpful for you to also pay attention to the categories. We'll see them later on on the homepage, in which it is quite facilitated, easy for you to filter the services by category. So, and still staying on the category, so these are let's say the range of services that we have. We have quite a number of services on acceleration, incubation, and venture building, business planning, internationalization, and support fundraising services. And these are the services that we have seen a lot more affinity for from EIC beneficiaries. So we are trying to make sure there is a good number of them available for beneficiaries to have a wider option for choosing. In terms of geographical distribution, we have over 30 countries covered. So that means partners from over 30 different countries. Majority of them, as you would expect, are from the EU, but we now have from Asia, Africa, even North America, USA, Latin America. And it will continue, and we will work hard, especially with the help of EIC ACCESS Plus now also to create more diversity so you have more options. In terms of the application, so going from the partnership program all the way to EIC ACCESS Plus, this is just a very simplified overview. So we start off with onboarding of partners when they're accepted onto the program. We publish their profile and their services on the catalog, and they are promoted by us and the partners. And at this point, you are able to contact the partners using the button that we mentioned before on the catalog. And from here on, it's moved to EIC ACCESS Plus. And in EIC ACCESS Plus, you will be able to apply for the services, and then it will move on to the acceptance or rejection of your service request by the partner, and then oversight of the service implementation, monitoring, and reporting. In terms of communication events, so this is just to highlight where you can find more information and where you can interact with us and with the partners. So in terms of events, we have what we call the Ask Me Anything webinars. So they take place every 2 to 4 months. And these are periodic online events where partners, they are thematic. So let's say partners that are specialized in providing acceleration services would pitch their services to EIC beneficiaries. This is to create more awareness of what is on the catalog and allow the beneficiaries to also book one-to-one meetings with the partners immediately during the event, before the event even, or afterwards as well. And we'll also have the EIC Partners Day. So this takes place back to back with the EIC Summit. It did before and it will do this year as well. So that will be in April. We will have more information online, published online. So keep an eye out in the coming weeks. It's a physical event. It is to foster connection. It is to promote networking between partners and EIC beneficiaries. And you can also find the EIC partners in the EIC community. So they have a specific tag that says EIC partners that you can use to filter them out and identify who they are. In terms of promotion, so the main tool we have for promoting the service catalog and the services specifically to beneficiaries or EIC awardees is the EIC Service Catalog highlights. So they are newsletters. They are published bi-monthly and they only reach those who have subscribed to them. So we kindly ask you to please use the QR code that is on the screen to subscribe as soon as you can. And you can also find the link for subscription on the catalog itself. And in these publications, we promote the services, new partners, any news that has to do with events. We also push for upcoming deadlines or anything that might be relevant to beneficiaries. Moreover, we also publish articles on the EIC community. We use the EIC and ISMEA Twitter and LinkedIn accounts as well, social media to promote the services by category, also the partners, and also a call for registration for events. So keep an eye out. And in terms of materials, so these are just very simple materials that you could use to learn more about the catalog and how to use it, but also to learn a little bit more about the EIC ACCESS Plus and how you can apply for co-financing. So we have the Discover EIC Service Catalog introductory video that is available on the catalog. It's also available on this PPT that will be shared with you later, and also on YouTube. And more importantly, we have the EIC Beneficiary Brief, which is a step-by-step guideline on how to use the catalog and what is available in the catalog, and also how to apply using the EIC for the EIC ACCESS Plus co-financing scheme. In terms of contacting for technical reasons, if you have any issues or if you don't know where to find the materials, please feel free to contact our help desk using the EIC Partnership Help Desk email. And these are just very quick reminders and somewhat of recommendations for you. So when you are in doubt, before applying for services, please do use the help desk button on each service landing page to contact the partners, get clarification about the services so that you don't have to go back and forth or having misunderstood what the service is for, and only later on after applying and going through the whole process, knowing that it is not relevant for you. And additionally, keep a good feedback loop, a tight feedback loop with your EIC project officers. They should be available to support you in finding suitable services. Similarly, there is also a help desk service for that from EIC ACCESS Plus team, who should be able to help you identify services. This is, of course, in case of need. In terms of technical support, feel free to contact us anytime using there is a contact form as well on the service catalog. We'll see it in a bit, but you can also use the email address, which will come to our team. And finally, and this is very important, your attendance to the services you have applied for is very critical and is obligatory, as the partners will prepare and will go through the process of dealing with the application and preparing for your services. And it is very important that you participate. This is regardless of the service being paid for or it being free of charge. And now we will quickly see the short demo of the service catalog. So this is our service catalog. Let's start from the beginning. So here is to go to the homepage. Here is where you click the icon for the EIC Innovation Council and the emblem of the EU. The address for the URL address of the catalog is partnerservices.ismea.eu. And this is the homepage. So on the homepage, you can see several things. First of all, you have the EIC beneficiary brief that you can easily access from this button and also from the FAQs. And then we have the different types of filtering systems that we have on the catalog, on the menu bar. And then we have also different ways to filter the services here. So from top up, in terms of filtering, you can use to find services depending on the typology of beneficiaries you fall under. So you can be Pathfinder, Transition Accelerator, or Seal of Excellence. And when you click on this button, it will filter all the services that would pertain to you, or the partner said would target your typology, and you can see one by one what service is of interest to you. Similarly, you can also use the different categories. So the 11 categories are the ones you see here in blue. And you can use these categories to filter the service by specific typology. So for instance, if we were to click on business planning, you will see that all these different services, or the cards, each card represents a service, are filtered by business planning. So going back here, and in addition to that, you can also find a button that will direct you to the EIC ACCESS Plus co-funding website, and also to the list of EIC Business Acceleration Service. In order to find the full listing of services, you can go to this button. So here on the menu bar, which is the service catalog, and you will find the full listing of over 400 services here. From here, in order to filter, you can use keywords or you can use service category. So again, if we click on business planning, it will filter by all. And if we go to select category, everything will be filtered back. To further filter even more, you can use, again, project stage on top of the service category, of course, and you can also filter by date of the service. So this refers to the date the service will be implemented. However, we have in the past year, we've tried to make sure that the services are available, so the ones that are on the catalog are available to EIC beneficiaries through on an ongoing basis, so throughout the year. You can also filter by country. This would be the country of the EIC partner as well, by the sector that the service targets, or by the TRL that the service targets. And then to find the full listing of partners, you click on the second button on the menu bar, which will give you very similar fashion, excuse me. So each card represents a partner. And to filter is also less filtering options, but you can use keywords or by country. So for instance, we have IP counseling, and then when you click on it, you will see all the services for this partner, including also the website and a short description of the partner. When you click on their service card, you will see that each service card has the partner logo, the title of the service, the partner name, the country. This is the service ID that you will need to pay attention to, the service description, sector, TRL, financial requirements, and any disclaimer. In some services where the partners do not have any disclaimer, this would be missing. And finally, you will see here the two buttons. So the button that would help you to contact the partner would be this one. You fill out the form, accept the terms and conditions, and the partner will receive a notification from you and will be able to get back to you either by email or the phone number if you provide the phone number. And this button will direct you, like the one from the homepage, to the EIC ACCESS Plus website. And now going back up, this button, the third button, is the EIC Business Acceleration Services. So these are all the services, the business acceleration services provided by the EIC, and each card represents one program. So if you want to learn more about, for instance, the EIC coaching program, you click on the card, you read more about the program, and if you are interested to learn more, you go to the bottom of the card and you will find a button that will have a link to direct you to the landing page of that program, which is in most cases outside the catalog. And then The fourth button on the menu bar is the FAQs. So we encourage you to first go through the FAQs. It will give you information about the program, about the catalog, and also access to a few materials such as the videos and the brief that we mentioned earlier. And finally, how to contact us. So this is to contact the program team to help you with any technical issues that you may have or you may encounter. Hopefully this was helpful, and feel free to contact us in case of need in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Teodora. We will now have a presentation of EIC ACCESS Plus with Antonio Zangrilli.
So let me to introduce myself. My name is Antonio Zangrilli. I'm the project manager of ACCESS project. The project is a project funded by the ISMEA, as before told by Teodora, and the project is provide grants to the EIC beneficiaries to supporting them to access the EIC Service Catalogue, providing, let's say, a grant that to cover the part of the cost they support to get these services. Even these services are not for free. And we support specific category of beneficiaries. They are the EIC Awardees, the Seal of Excellence holders, and transition, acceleration, and pathfinder projects. So the participants to these projects can apply to ACCESS project using our website or using the EIC Service Catalogue website. They before asking them the grant, they have to register themselves to the network, our network. There is the procedure is inside of the EIC ACCESS Plus website, and they had to they had to first register themselves, and then they can access to the template to provide any information to get the information to provide information to us, and then we will assess if they are available or not to receive the grant as stated in the project. Who are the beneficiaries? The beneficiaries are, so as before anticipated, we have 4 categories of beneficiaries. We have the EIC Awardees. These are EIC Pathfinder, Transition, and Acceleration project. So the beneficiaries are those organizations participating in this project. So we can present to ACCESS Plus grant. They are the coordinator of this project, of course, but also the participants of the project. So both entities can participate and can participate to the ACCESS funds and can ask the ACCESS Plus grant support. Then they can also participate the Seal of Excellence holders, but only the Seal of Excellence received under Horizon program, not under Horizon 2020. So we are receiving some application from under Horizon 2020. We are unfortunately we cannot approve this application, and we can provide support to find the right service provider to help them and to provide services, but we cannot fund this application with the EIC ACCESS Plus grant. There's a third category that can apply. There are the spin-offs. The spin-offs are those new companies coming from the project I listed before. So one spin-off from the EIC Pathfinder, Transition, even Acceleration project, this kind of organization can apply under certain conditions explained in the call, and they can apply receiving a statement from the coordinator of the project that certifies that this organization comes from this project, and so they're able to apply. And though in this case we can consider this application from this organization and provide them with a grant. So just to give you an example of the beneficiary organization, of course, we are let's say provide these benefits to university, private and public organization, SMEs, and other organizations. But these organizations should certify they have executed technological or similar activities in the project. So we are not supporting organizations that provide, for instance, project management, project activities inside the project, unless they have made both project management but also technological activities within the projects. Okay, just to provide you some figures. So as told before, we can support the beneficiaries provide a grant. So the grant is we can give a financial support up to 50% of the cost they support to receive the services from the EIC Partners listed in the catalog. So if you pay 10,000 euro for the services, we can support up to 5,000 euro. This is the rule, the main rule of the EIC ACCESS Plus. So we can provide you with the 50% of the service cost. Then there is also a threshold we can achieve with when supporting you to access the EIC Service Catalogue. We can provide you up to 60,000 euro, no more. So we can when you arrive to this ceiling, we can go beyond these figures. So we have to stop that. Of course, we can achieve this figure by asking for only one service or more services. So, for instance, we are receiving application from one beneficiary who is applying for different services. The services you can apply are those already listed by Teodora and are those that are already listed in the EIC Service Catalogue, but we group these services into 4 service packages for internal purposes, for the access project purposes. And when you apply, and you will see in the template for application, you can choose one of these service packages, and according to the packages you are selecting, we can understand which is your amount of services, the cost of services, and the grant we can provide you. So how to apply? So we have 2 ways for the application. The first one is you can go through the EIC Service Catalogue, as before has been illustrated by Teodora. There's a button there. You can click the button and you are redirected to the EIC ACCESS Plus website, and you have to register to our website, and then you can move on to the ACCESS Plus templates. Or you can go directly to our website. There is a link there listed, and you can go to the landing page, the funding landing page. From there you can go into the registration page. You can register yourself, and then you can move on to the templates. It's very important to go into our website, since you can find there the call. I invite you all to first read the call before applying, since there are a lot of information, useful information you can get before applying, and to have a very good application. And then you can download the standard template that we will ask you to sign before providing you with the grant, and the grant conditions to receive it, and other useful information and the documents you invite you to download to get a full vision of the ACCESS Plus project, but also the way you can receive the grant. And then the procedures for receiving the grant is very easy. You can apply it with the template. Then we receive this template every 1 week or 2 weeks. We make an assessment of we have first an eligibility check made by internally by one partners. And then if the application passes the eligibility check, they will move to the evaluation. The assessment will be an internal assessment made by the ACCESS Plus team. And then if there is a green light, we communicate to the applicants or the beneficiaries they have their applications be approved, and then so move on to the negotiation phase. That the final step of this negotiation phase is to the agreement within the ACCESS Plus team and the beneficiaries, and this will be open to allow you and to provide you with the financial support. This is the procedures you have to follow for the application form. Maybe my colleague Christina will present you in full detail the application process. But the application process is organized in 6 steps. You have first to register about your organization. Then you move to the service selection and description. You have to provide some information about the impact of the service to your organization, how the organization will benefit from the services. in terms of market deployment, strategy improvements, internationalization, and other activities. As a service execution period, we would like to know when the services will start and when the services will end. And then it's important also if you have to indicate your service provider. It is not mandatory. So, but it's better if you have already selected the service provider. This is better since it will make easy the procedures and speed up the process for obtaining the grant. Otherwise, if you don't have the service provider indicated in the application form, you can apply as well. But in this case, we can support you in selecting one service provider among those one in the EIC Service Catalogue. But in this case, the procedures will be longer. And then at the end of the application, you have also to put, if you have already selected the service provider, discuss with him or the cost of the services, you can put the service cost in the applications. And then we have all filled out all these different parts of the template. You can submit, and also we receive the application. So when we receive the application, we proceed to the evaluation, and we use this 7 criteria for the evaluation. So the first evaluation criteria is what the applicant, of course, should come up from the EU or an associated country. This is the most important. Only EU and associated country applicants can apply. So the service funding. So it's very important that the service is not fully funded by other public grants. So if the service is already fully funded by other public grants, so we cannot provide an additional funding. But if the service is partially funded by different regional, national, or even European funding schemes, so we can support the part not covered by these schemes. The grant limit, as already told, the grant limit is up to 60,000 euros. So you can ask up to this amount with one or more applications. Then the service description should be very clear. We should understand what is the service you are looking for, the results you are looking for, and the impact into your organization. Is very important to explain very well this to provide this information in the template. So it's very important also to put there the service delivery time. It's very important to take note that the service, any service should be concluded and finalized within June 3rd, 2026. We cannot allow that the service execution will go beyond this date. And then it should be very clear the link between the project or the Seal of Excellence project and the service you are applying for. So the projects, the service should be useful to you to, let's say, improve the results you already obtained by the project, or extend the results you have already got in the project. And then the service provider. The service provider should be one selected from the EIC Service Catalogue. Sometimes we receive information if the applicant can choose a service provider from outside the Service Catalogue, and this is not possible, of course. The service provider should be one organization within the EIC Service Catalogue. The reporting and payments, of course, if everything is okay and your application is evaluated, is a good evaluation, so we'll communicate to you the evaluation, and then we will move on to the finalization and with the contract between the Access Plus team and the applicant. So the payment will be done into 1 or 2 installments. If the grant which has been assigned to you is up to 10,000 euro, the payment will be done at the end of the service in 1 installment. Otherwise, if the service is the grant assigned to you is higher than 10,000 euro, we will pay in 2 installments: 50% as pre-financing at the beginning of the services, and then the rest of 50% at the conclusion of the services. So at the end of the services. It's very important to highlight that before proceeding with the last payment, the applicant should provide, or even in case of only 1 installment, before receiving the last payment, the applicant should provide a short report technical report just to describe the services they have got, and show the results they obtain and the benefit for the company. And also the applicant should fill in a very short satisfaction questionnaire we will supply at the end of the service, just to have an information about the quality of the service they received. If you need some information, you can use our website channels. So you can write to, there is a specific info session inside a specific email, like this one, info@accessplus.eu, when you can use this mail for asking us any information and any requests, and then we will ask very soon, as soon as we receive the email.
Thank you, Antonio. So just to recall you, this EIC ACCESS Plus, we are only the EIC beneficiaries from Pathfinder Transition Accelerator can apply for this ACCESS Plus co-funding. Also, Seal of Excellence holders under Horizon Europe. Others, you can still apply for the services, but you will need to pay and you will not receive this co-funding. So as Theodora showed you on the catalog, you have the option to filter. This is the first step. You have here the country, the TRL, the services that they are looking for, that service providers are offering. And here you must be aware of the service description. You need to read it very carefully, and we highly encourage you to contact the service provider before applying to the open call, because you will have a better idea on the prices. But anyways, as we said, we can help you in identifying the right partner. So once you get to the EIC ACCESS Plus website, you will have all the information here. You need to scroll down and you will see an option of apply here that will lead you to the community hub. Here, all the EIC ACCESS Plus awardees, the EIC awardees and EIC partners will be gathered in one community where we will try to create more synergies online. So you will need to create your profile, or you need to log in on Euroquity if you have already an account over there. This is for us the first checkpoint to make sure that you are an EIC ACCESS Plus beneficiary, and you will be there. You will have access to the community hub where we will publish all the updates, all the news, all the events that we plan to organize, and every time we will post this open call so that you can apply, and this will not change. The link, I mean. Then once you have access to the link, you will see this is you can find the questions already on our website. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us, help@eicaccessplus.eu. Yeah, once you fill out the form, you have also the possibility to save it. If you couldn't finalize it, you can save it, and you can continue later. There will be a timeline of 5 weeks maximum. So once the application is evaluated, we will try to reply you as soon as possible with the next step, the FSTP contract that Antonio mentioned, and with all the next steps. So for me, the main takeaway is to access to the community hub, where you can have access to the open call, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you encounter any technical issues, here you can contact me. And now I would like to welcome our EIC partners that are accepted to join this webinar. I would like to give the floor to Bernard Fischer from Catalyze Group. Bernard, you can share your screen.
All right. Yeah, I'm Werner. I'm a managing consultant at the Catalyze Group. We are an innovation consultancy based in Amsterdam. And we are in the business for over 15 years in terms of grant writing. We do all of the big European grants such as the EIC portfolio, Horizon, Eurostars, but also the national grants. We are seeing over 300 to 400 new technologies every year are in the segments of life science and health and deep tech domain. And we also are a VC fund where we strategically invest in Series A candidates. I want to highlight the portfolio we have listed in the ACCESS catalog. The first one is business strategy and analytics. So we understand from our clients that oftentimes it's quite difficult to know your market and validate the assumption when it comes to commercialization. So what we do is we identify end users, consumers, and go-to-market strategies and do the entire customer discovery. And how do we do this? We do it with primary and secondary research, meaning we can reach out to potential customers, do questionnaires, do the research, and give you a validation of your product market fit in terms of willingness to pay, in terms of pricing, in terms of interest in general. And that allows you not only to have a product market fit validation, but also understand your markets in more detail, get detailed market sizes, segments, and valuations. We also see that often clients are beyond grants, needing a lot of material for addressing the needs of stakeholders such as customers, investors, and so on. So we also do business case development where we define the commercial strategy, we develop the go-to-market strategy, and devise also the investment case together with you to have a clear picture of your funding needs. What did you do so far? What do you need to do to go to market, and what's the corresponding investment size you need? The second offering we have is, we call it VC Launchpad. That's all about equity fundraising. Most of our clients and startups, right, they need to raise eventually an equity round, and the climate in Europe is not the best, so it's quite challenging and competitive. And we see that there's a lot of need to support them. So what we offer is a basic support where we look into your investment case, we optimize your pitch deck, we do pitch trainings together. Then we define boundary conditions, what investor type your case fits well and what doesn't. So we create a database of VCs that comes from our internal warm network. As I said, we are a VC fund. We are very well connected to the European VC landscape, and also do a VC database that fits your boundary conditions beyond our warm network. And then we help you with a tiered outreach and support you for the meetings, prepare you for meetings, and also help you for the deal making. Beyond this, we offer programs that complement this basic service. The first is a Series A accelerator. So we have 3 startups in a cohort over 3 months, and it's the premise here is peer-to-peer learning. You're all in this together, so we want to share the best practices when you want to raise your Series A. We have expert masterclasses from startups that already secured their Series A, so they share their expertise, their experiences, also from VCs and industry experts and from academia. So eventually we have demo days where you can pitch to our VC network, get warm connections, and hopefully land your Series A. Additional, we have a co-funding club. It's our Catalyze Capital Inner Circle Investment Club, where we have a warm network with our investors across Europe, where we sit together, we discuss best practices, but also we share deals and deal making flow. And when you join our VC Launchpad, you get a prime position to present to our inner circle VCs, again, get warm connections, and land eventually a deal, hopefully. And the last is our fundraising alliance. That's how we call it. We believe 1 and 1 equals 5. So we work with advisors that are domain specific. They are based in the EU, but also in the US. So we diversify the fundraising strategy and leverage advisors networks to collectively close the Series A for you. And we also support you in due diligence. Lastly, We offer all of the services I just explained also as an outsourcing capacity where you get one of our consultants and experts as part of your team. We work with a retainer model. So usually a consultant works then 5 to 10 hours a week to support you in your strategic needs. Please let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Now I'm happy to introduce you Charlie Hayward from Global Corporate Venture. Please, Charlie.
Thank you. So my name is Charlie Hayward. I'm the Deputy Managing Director of Global Corporate Venturing. So this is just a quick fire view on giving everyone an update on what GCV, which is our company, does and how we can help some of the EI beneficiaries. We're quite a unique organisation in terms of what we do, which I'll explain more in a bit. So essentially, as you've gathered from the name of our company, we primarily focus on corporate venture capital. And this is quite an important distinction to make from traditional venturing. If you look at a lot of the data that we've gathered over 15 years, particularly in the US, it's quite clearly evident when you look at kind of the top 6 corporations in the US have effectively added about $17 billion worth of dollars to the market cap through corporate venturing themselves. And this is just obviously the financial figure. The benefit that corporate venture capitalists can bring is also strategic, and I'll go into that in a little bit. So when you're a portfolio looking for investors and certain elements of strategy, corporate venture capitalists are incredibly valuable to consider because they don't only bring the finances, they bring a lot of other elements within their parent corporation that can help venture build, venture client, venture partner, but also it's a very collaborative investment community. We have seen a lot of corporates co-invest in the right portfolios that benefit both parents, and that just supercharges the strategic value that these corporate investors can add to a portfolio. We essentially, our motto is we are a community, we're a platform where we help global innovation and corporate capital meet. The global innovation being the EIC beneficiaries in this example, and the corporate capital being the community that we have built up over 15 years. I've just mentioned a little bit on why CVC matters, so I won't go into this too much, but it's a very important thing just to amplify again in that what we focus on are the corporate investors and specifically the strategic value adds that they can bring alongside an investment. Okay, so if I go into a little bit more about what GCV does, we are a media company, we're an advisory company, we are a deal connecting company. There's a lot of words you could use to describe us, but we have 3 core pillars. The first pillar is how we started the business 15 years ago, which is where we started tracking all the deals, all the data, all the moves within corporate venturing. So we have a very sophisticated data analytics and media team that report on this industry and really are some of the sort of most well-known minds in this particular sector. So that alone, we can help connect beneficiaries with the right corporate investors through that. They can get access to some of our data if they so wish to basically help benchmark themselves against other portfolios who have a history of a lot of corporate investors, not just traditional venture investors. The second pillar of GCV is around training. So we have a section of our business called the GCV Institute, which is a kind of advisory professional development program. We run a set series of 4 courses, online and in person. These courses are both aimed at CVCs themselves. So we help corporates set up corporate venturing units. We help train them in how to do venturing. We train them how to work with portfolios. But on the flip side, we also help create bespoke training courses for startups, primarily around how we help educate them around common language that corporate investors specifically use, and also how to foster a relationship with a corporate venture capitalist as opposed to a traditional VC. So we can create bespoke platforms that will help portfolios work with corporate investors to not only obviously access funding, but also access the many, many departments that a corporate can bring in terms of strategic value add and innovation and R&D. The third pillar is our events. So this is probably what we've been known best for within the EIC Partner Program so far. We were one of the early pilot companies where we put on a portfolio showcase alongside one of our events. So about 12 EIC beneficiaries came along and essentially pitched to a high-level group of corporate investors in person in Germany. We do events all around the world, which I'll show in a minute. And that provided a great opportunity for kind of immediate deal flow, but also common language and sharing in person of some of the problems and opportunities that corporate investors and portfolios can work together on. Just a little bit about our audience. So as I mentioned, over 15 years, we've built up a really sort of solid community here at GCV who engage with us through events, through training, through advisory, and through media. 42% of our entire audience are CVCs spread around across the world. As you can see, we have a big strength in North America, then Europe, then Asia, but we're building out a lot more across the rest of the world, particularly in Brazil at the moment. Next slide, please. How we do it, I've mentioned obviously the 3 pillars that we've got. This is just some examples on the fact that we cover a lot of sectors. We cover a lot of different themes within CVC and data. So we're not just focusing on 1 or 2 particular sectors. We can help any beneficiary within any sector. Next slide, please. And then again, this is just an example of some of our media products. We do weekly newsletters that will help position portfolios in front of corporate investors and also talk about themes around how startups and corporate investors work best together, and our numbers have been growing. So next slide, please. I've mentioned some of these, so just being a bit more specific about how we do this. If, for example, a portfolio is interested in coming to us and seeing how they can better connect with corporate venture capitalists, then we can offer a whole range of things. Obviously, I've mentioned the events and training, but these are just some of the online platforms that we can help as an engagement and community builders. These slides will be shared afterwards, so more details can be read up. But next slide, please. And then just on the events, we have quite a few different types of events. I mentioned we have 4 flagship conferences. One is in Monterey, which is arguably the biggest corporate venture and capital event in the world with about 1,000 CVCs. We have them in London, Tokyo and Brazil. And then we have a series of connect events, which are much smaller events, which are designed just to bring together a community of corporate investors. But we do allow a certain amount of access for portfolios. And this means it's a really sort of target-rich environment for portfolios in certain regions to connect with corporate investors in that same region. We do this in Germany, India, Singapore, South Korea, the new Nordics, all around the world. And they're a great opportunity for portfolios who have a specific focus on a particular region. So definitely reach out to us if that's of interest. And as I mentioned, we do online discussions as well. This is just a snapshot of our events. I've mentioned some of them, but that's just a summary of where we're currently doing engagement and portfolio showcases. We have the opportunity to put on a EIC portfolio showcase at any one of these events, and we'd be delighted to welcome a number of the EI beneficiaries to these particular meetings where they can get direct access to corporate investors, and we can also help engage and train them on how to deal with corporate investors specifically. This is the last point to make, which was just the training, as I've mentioned. So again, that's that slide that you can follow up on. But thank you, and if you've got any questions afterwards, I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Charlie. We will continue with David Arias from Strata.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to the EIC for this offering to be present today in presenting our services. I'm David Arias, founder of Strata, and we are partners of the European Innovation Council and offer several services through the EIC Services Catalogue. Yeah, our mission is to empower tech founders to get funding and to reach the market. We realized 6 years ago that there were many funding agencies and innovation agencies out there, but there was a gap for a company offering both private and public funding services. So we are now kind of offering a comprehensive portfolio of services covering public innovation, public funding, private funding, investor matchmaking, IP strategy as well, and market entry services. Through the EIC ecosystem, we are currently offering 3 services: capital acquisition, also a service focused on market entry and scale up, and intellectual property strategies. Yeah, regarding capital acquisition, our service combines analysis, but also action. So we typically start with analyzing all the documentation that the company, the startup has, and then prepare and fine-tune the pitch deck, the P&L projections, the track record. But then once all the information, all the documentation from the client is prepared, we move to helping the client do an outreach campaign, an investor campaign. We have now more than 300 investors, direct contacts with investors. We also run a proprietary platform with more than 1,000 funds monitored. And apart from the outbound campaign, we can also help with inbound content optimization. Once the negotiation is in place, we also offer strategic support during the negotiation until the round is closed. Yeah, our target is basically on tech companies. We have worked a lot with deep tech companies, of course, with high impact, and especially in the sustainability and health sector. I think I didn't say before, but we have obtained so far more than 100 million euro, and we are focused on rounds of plus 1 million euro and single tickets from investors from at least 100K euros. The network of investors is mostly based in Europe, but also in the US, and some of them also in Asia. Regarding intellectual property, we realized that there were many, and there are many IP agencies in the market, but actually our clients and many startups had issues with some IP services because they were mostly transactional. So we decided to put in place a number of services that are focused on actually helping the startup use intellectual property to increase, for instance, the valuation, to increase the attractiveness of the business towards investors, and also to identify and protect from potential risks. So different to many IP agencies, we are more focused on the strategy and the impact of the IP instead of the transactional or transactions that you can do with IP and for instance, patents, applications, and so on. Yeah, and the third service that we are offering through the EIC Service Catalogue is focused on market entry. As probably you can understand, we work with a lot of science-based companies with no market footprint at all. In many cases, even the experience from the teams in sales is very limited. Luckily, we have a very strong team in sales. We have done many outreach campaigns, many prospecting campaigns for tech companies and for service companies as well. So we also offer through this service an analysis plus an action service. We start, of course, analyzing the market. We can do also primary analysis, talking to clients, making surveys, interviews, etc. But especially we then focus on a commercialization phase in which we actually roll out a real sales campaign with you, establishing sales meetings, trying to close deals, and finally getting market feedback and customer feedback to fine-tune the USP and pricing. Everything to try to, of course, generate the first sales and grow the company. Yep, so that's all, I think. Yeah, if you have any questions, probably you will get my email.
Perfect. Thank you very much, David. Next one is Valentina Anro from Bioindustry Lab.
Hello, everybody. My name is Valentina Anro, and I am Innovation Manager at Bioindustry Park. Bioindustry Park is a science park. Is based in Italy, in the northwest side in Italy, and it's a park that is focused on the life sciences. Within our park, we have more than 40 companies specialized in the sector, and we support them for some activities and so like campus activities. Then we have also an innovation area where I'm part of, and with the innovation area we support companies, startups, and PM. So and also big companies to foster their innovative solution. As we are an innovative park in the northwest side of Italy, we are also managing the BioPmed, that is the cluster, the life science clusters for the Piedmont regions. Within our clusters, there are companies that are covering all the different sectors. So we can our associated are from all the are part of the different groups like hospital, research centers, academia, and then we represented also startups and big corporation. Thanks to this activity that we have as a cluster for the regional community, we are well connected with also other Italian clusters and association, as well as a European network of clusters that they support the innovative project. As far as concern the startups and the PMI, we have different services to support the business strategy, the marketing strategies, and also to we can all support in attracting the public risk and public and risk capital. I can show you some of the services that we offer within the EIC ACCESS Plus program, but also as a partner of the EIC community. We offer support in fundraising and evaluation support and valuation activities. We can provide the definition of fundraising strategies and also pre-money evaluation. We offer a sector-specific and niche-specific matchmaking with investors. We have a portfolio of more than 500 investors, and we can also reach some national and international connection. We can provide and support in technological due diligence and business impact evaluation. And we also provide support in the preparation and coaching for the investment readiness. What we do is really to prepare to have a customized activity, customized connection with the startups and prepare them to be ready for the presentation with the investor, that we prepare as well to meet with the startup only when we think that the matchmaking is already could be successful. And then one of our main supported is that we can also give to the startups that ask for the fundraising and valuation support the access to all our network that, as I explained before, is well established within the Italian region, but also at the European level. One of the other services that we offer is the engagement with the Italian stakeholders. So in terms of within the internationalization services, we decided to offer a specific and niche service dedicated to the Italian market. That's because we have a lot of connection with hospitals, with research centers, and with those stakeholders that could be of interest for startups when they need to organize some activity in terms of piloting, or also create having partner for application to grants and public and fundraising opportunities. So we can also in this specific service support in some marketing activities and reaching out with the key opinion, highly specialized key opinion leader, and supporting the introduction of the companies with these stakeholders. Last but not least, we offer also a service that includes incubation and acceleration support. As I mentioned before, we have a campus and we can host companies, startups. We can incubate and be supporting the acceleration. We can offer dedicated tutoring and tailored supports. Within the acceleration program, we offer intellectual property strategy and also business plan, business model. And of course, we also support in the fundraising evaluation activities, regulatory strategies, contact with key opinion leader, and due diligence and trainings. These are just 3 case studies that support our activities that I mentioned before. If you have time to read, anyway, we helped a company to secure 1.56 million with the fundraising support activities. We also supported Heuristic, that is a Spanish company, to be in touch with the Italian stakeholder and create partnership to application to local and international grants. And also one of our best cases study is the Advanced Acceleration Application. That is a startup that was started their activity, their project in our campus, and right now they are a Novartis company, and just recently have been acquired by the Siemens Corporation. And currently Novartis is one of the company that is established in our campus. So just to provide some example of what we did and which brings some successful story to the companies that we supported. And these are the contacts that you can reach out to others. So if you want to have more information about our activities and services, and I hope you can share with all the people attending these events. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valentina. Now let me
Welcome.
introduce you Isabel Olguera, who will convince us why we should go to Lisbon.
Thank you so much, Cristina. And hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Isabel Olguera. I'm the International Manager at Unicorn Factor Lisboa. And I promise I'll be brief because I think I'm the last one. So Unicorn Factor Lisboa is the flagship initiative powered by the City Council in Lisbon with the mission of creating a world-class ecosystem from Lisbon and supporting founders to start, scale, and become global. So we are doing this with a platform, an innovative platform of district, innovation district hubs, and also acceleration programs. So over the past years, we really achieved a great work and also great milestones. So here you can see what we've achieved over the past 2 years. So we were able to launch 25 programs supporting startups and scale-ups. We also are operating 6 innovation hubs within the Lisbon city. We're also collaborating with different international actors. We are supporting per year more than 250 startups that indirectly, thanks to also our support, have been able to raise more than 340 million euros in investment in fundraising rounds. And so we also have a big extensive network of more than 400 experts, mentors, corporates, VCs that are also helping powering these initiatives that ultimately are supporting the startups within our communities. We've been also internationally recognized. For instance, in 2023, we were the European Capital of Innovation here in Lisbon. We've been also featured as top 10 European leading hubs. And recently, we won as well an award on the ACCESS 2024 initiative as a startup ecosystem start. The focus that we are having and the priority that we are also having is to create a network, not only a local network, but also an international network to support even further the growth of our startups and the portfolio of our startups and our scale-ups. So here, for instance, you have the network of specialized hubs that we have in Lisbon. So here we have 7 hubs across the city. So really becoming the city is becoming an innovation hub per se. So we have hubs that are more specialized in sectors like the Green Hub, the AI, the Gaming Hub, and also more towards the technology focus, like our AI Hub that has been, we partnered, for instance, with Microsoft and Google in order to set up this hub, and also with Web3 Hub. And what we're also trying to connect is not only the city with our startups, but also our startups with our ecosystem players that are worldwide. So on the right, you can see the connections that we're building. So for now, we have more than 100 connections worldwide, with also ecosystem players that can support the journey of our startups further and overseas from our country, from Lisbon. All right, so also the priority for this year for us as well is to be more present in this community, in the EIC, and to really try to help the beneficiaries with this awesome new initiative with the EIC ACCESS Plus. So these are the three main initiatives that we have in the EIC catalog. So we have an incubation program, a scaling up program, and soft landing support. And here you can see the target for each of the programs. So in the incubation program, we believe that the ideal target would be early stage startups at the TRL 2 to 8. And the incubation program will provide you with the tools and resources that can help you basically uplift and grow your journey with our extensive network of 140 mentors, 120 investors, more than 100 corporates, and a tool and resources in different areas that will grow your business. So for instance, in the business plan, reviewing funding support, we're also doing corporate matchmaking and so on and so forth. Some key metrics that we achieved last year. So as mentioned before, we supported more than 250 startups, and overall, cumulatively, these startups has raised more than 98 million in capital raised. Then we also have the scaling up programs, which is more focused on growth stage startups. And here we can offer as well, an extensive network of world-class experts that can be seen as mentors, fundraising support as well, also international expansion. So we also support international opportunities to attend to top key conferences around the globe. And here, for instance, what we can highlight is that we've been, since the launch of this program, which was in 2022, we've been able to support more than 48 scale-ups, and these scale-ups has raised more than 350 million euros. And then the last service that we can also provide is more on the soft landing part. So really, if you are expanding your operations and you really want to enter into the Portuguese market, we can help you achieving that. So we have this one-on-one soft landing support where we can connect you to Portuguese local partners and to help you basically soft land your initiative and your company here, provide you with advice in legal, accounting, visa, and office space and connections in our local ecosystem here in Lisbon. And finally, just wanted to highlight a success case of one of our scale-ups, part of our community, the scaling up community that is also part of the EIC community. So this is iLove. iLove is a health tech scale-up that also have AI platform for personalized drug discovery. So basically, essentially, the way we help this company when they enter into the scaling up program in the cohort 3 in November 2023. So since then, we've been able to support this company in various areas. So for instance, we provide with 15 upscaling models with 31 top class experts. We also did specialized mentoring with them and also connecting them with a main health tech multinationals and pharmas like AstraZeneca. They were also attending different international summits in Barcelona, Rio de Janeiro, Porto, Helsinki, and Toronto. We've been also able to include them in one of the European consortiums that we also present and submitted recently. And also, whenever there is international opportunities that comes across to our initiatives, we're always trying to engage and include our community of startups and scale-ups. So that's it. To finalize and to say, if there is any questions or if you want to engage with us or if you want to further explore the services, please do not hesitate to contact me. Here you have either the QR to our website or directly my email. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, everyone, Bernard, Charlize, and Valentina. Now we will continue with the Q&A. You can type all your questions on the Q&A section. We will try to reply. Antonio, Gisela, if you want to activate your cameras. I saw some questions regarding the recording, so yeah, we will be sharing it. As well the service catalog and the community hub, so you can join. From Claudia, in some EU funding schemes, there is a requirement for transnational access. Does this apply to EIC Access Plus, or can applicants select any service provider, no matter the location?
If I well understood the question, so the beneficiaries, the applicant should select one of the service provider within the catalogs. So it's important too that the beneficiary will be the one of already listed, the one the EIC beneficiaries, Accelerate or Transition Pathfinder, and the Seal of Excellence holder in Horizon Europe. This is very important. And then the services, it should be one of those listed in the service packages that are the one listed in the EIC Service Catalogue. These are the major 3 criteria to take into account before applying.
Yeah, exactly. If I may as well, it's Gisela here. Sorry, my camera is not working today. But here, there's no requirement for transnational access, because here it's a service. It's the beneficiary in itself that will benefit from this co-financing, not the project as a consortium.
Angela, yes, the community hub is accessible for EIC partners, and you will receive a link. Okay, Angela, yes, on the EIC, is there a platform where the EIC partners can find the list of all EIC beneficiaries? Can also past beneficiaries apply for EIC ACCESS Plus? So I'm just going to reply that yes, the EIC partners can find the EIC beneficiaries on the community hub. Antonio, maybe you can reply for this one. Can also past beneficiaries apply for EIC ACCESS Plus? From the past.
From the past, like not on the current. Yes, of course, yeah, from the legacy of H2020 and not Seal of Excellence. Seal of Excellence only for Horizon Europe.
Yes, the only for Horizon Europe for Seal of Excellence, but the others, of course, for the past EIC beneficiaries can apply for sure.
So yeah, this is the end. Thank you very much to everyone. I don't know, Gisela, if you have some words.
No, just for concluding the session, to thank everyone and also our partners that testified here today. I really hope our EIC beneficiaries will profit from these services that we offer in the service catalog, and that long-term partnerships are made and for the benefit of all. And thank you to Christine, Antonio, and your team for putting up this info session, and also EURA for collaborating and presenting the service catalog. So looking forward to see the dynamics of these partnerships in the very near future, and hopefully see some of you here in April for the EIC Summit. More information will follow as well for all those partners that would like to be present with us and interact with us during the EIC Summit. That's all. Have a nice evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.